Overtourism in Spain has reached a critical point in 2024 and 2025, sparking widespread protests and leading to radical new government regulation. Core causes of the conflict: housing crisis. The proliferation of short-term rentals on platforms like Airbnb has severely reduced the supply of long-term housing for locals, causing rents to soar. Overwhelmed transport, sanitation, and water resources during droughts. Loss of identity. Traditional local shops are being replaced by tourist-focused businesses like souvenir stands and international chains. Andalucia is famous for its passionate culture: flamenco bullfighting, stunning Moorish architecture, Alhambra Mezquita, sun-drenched Costa del Sol beaches, historic cities like Seville and Granada, and unique cuisine: gazpacho, tapas, olive oil. It's also known for its beautiful white villages, pueblos blancos, and the majestic Andalusian horses, embodying Spain's fiery spirit. Andalusia is a large autonomous region of hills, rivers, and farmland bordering Spain's southern coast. It was under Moorish rule from the 8th to 15th centuries, a legacy that shows in its architecture, including such landmarks as the Alcazar Castle in Seville, the capital city, as well as Córdoba's Mezquita Mosque Cathedral and Granada's Alhambra Palace. Distinctive attractions create a wonderful kaleidoscope of places to visit in Andalusia. Beguiling cities: Riverside Seville, famed for flamenco, festivals, and fine food. Exotic Córdoba and Granada, their past Moorish eminence reflected in ravishing architecture. The Spanish capital is one of the most populous in the European Union, a cosmopolitan city where people of over 180 nationalities live together. Expatriates feel at home as they easily make friends with Madrid's amiable residents and adapt to the local culture, enjoying this open, inclusive city. Madrid is Europe's sunniest capital city. The blue sky and sunlight enhance the vibrant and joyful energy of the city, gifting it with a climate that makes it possible at any time of day or night to walk the streets. Life is definitely lived outside in Madrid, and it's in its streets that art and history, shops and cultural performances, markets and traditional flavors come together. It's impossible to resist the charms of the city with the longest life expectancy in Europe. El Escorial is a multifunctional 16th century complex near Madrid, Spain, built by King Philip II of Spain as a royal palace, monastery, basilica, library, and mausoleum for Spanish royalty, serving as a symbol of Habsburg power and the Counter-Reformation. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, it's a key monument of the Spanish Renaissance, known for its austere, grid-like architecture and rich art, including works by Titian, El Greco, and Hieronymus B. Royal Pantheon. The burial place for Spanish monarchs, including Philip II and his ancestors. Monastery and basilica, a functioning monastery and church dedicated to St. Lawrence. Palace, a royal residence for the Spanish monarchy. Library, housing significant historical texts and art. College and hospital, educational and charitable functions. Significance, symbol of power. An architectural expression of the Spanish Habsburgs' global dominion and Catholic faith. Architectural masterpiece, a prime example of Herrerian style characterized by its sober, geometric, and monumental design, according to Wikipedia. Art collection, features masterpieces from the Spanish Golden Age. Location and modern status, located in San Lorenzo de El Escorial, northwest of Madrid, Spain. A major Spanish landmark and UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting many visitors. Beyond the monastery, the name El Escorial also refers to the surrounding town and a nearby royal hunting lodge, La Granja de la Freneda.
Aquí vamos llegando al Mercado de San Miguel. Tengo hambre y vamos a ver si puedo conseguir algo de comer aquí. El Mercado de San Miguel aquí en Madrid queda al lado de la Plaza Mayor. Mira qué belleza. Y huele, wow, qué aroma. Súper rico. Ay, aquí como que llegué yo al sitio donde voy a comer. Aquí tenemos pulpo, Aquí están los precios. Estoy en el Mercado de San Miguel, al lado de la Plaza Mayor en Madrid. Y aquí están los otros pinchos. Aquí están las tapas a $2, a 2 euros. Se ve muy bien. Creo que me voy a anotar por aquí. Aquí están las tapas, están a 1.50 estas. Y por allá, ¿qué más hay? Por aquí tenemos tapas a 1.50 y a 2. Así que yo sí voy a comer aquí. Vamos a la línea, a hacer la cola. Aquí en el Mercado de San Miguel, esto me ha costado este plato 10 euros. Con una copa de Jerez, que me costó 4 euros. So, por 14 euros voy a cenar aquí. Y hay una cantidad increíble de comida aquí. Hay cosas mucho más caras. Bueno, esto aquí es increíble. No sé qué está pasando, pero nunca había visto tantos policías en mi vida. De verdad que deben haber como unos 1000 policías aquí desplegados en el sol hoy, en Puerta del Sol. Y siguen llegando. El metro también estaba lleno de policías. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando? Oh, what is happening? Oh, football game. Oh, the fan. Oh, I see. So, hay un juego de fútbol. Y bueno, estos son todos los aficionados. Perdón, ¿quiénes están jugando? ¿Quiénes están jugando?
Para un equipo polaco, no lo sé.
Ah, por eso es el sentido. Ya, gracias.
Seville is the capital of Andalucia, the autonomous community with the largest population in Spain, the fourth most populous city in the country, and one of the most important capitals of southern Europe. In the past, Seville was the most important city in the world. When Fernando de Magallanes and Juan Sebastián Elcano left its port to travel around the world almost 5 centuries ago, for years the city became the entrance and exit point for all trade with America. Today, its characteristic position in between seas and continents remains a trademark. To the west, Portugal and beyond, America. To the north, Europe. To the south, Africa. To the east, the Mediterranean. 25 years ago, Seville celebrated its history with the best contemporary universal exhibition. The best months to visit Seville are spring, March, May, and early fall, September, October, for pleasant weather, blooming flowers, and major festivals like Holy Week and the April Fair, though expect big crowds and higher prices. For fewer tourists and mild weather, consider winter, November, February, with February offering a sweet spot for affordability and sunshine. Summer, June, August, is extremely hot, while autumn can bring rain. Seville is the gleaming jewel in Andalusia's cultural crown and a superb introduction to the region. Packed into Seville's fairly compact Casco Antiguo, Old Town, are some of Spain's great architectural treasures, including the real Alcazar, its most impassioned art form, flamenco, and a whole host of museums, mansions, and ornate churches. The Romans, Moors, and Reyes Católicos, Catholic monarchs of the Spanish Empire, came, saw, conquered, and then left the best of themselves behind for all to see. What about English in Seville? English is spoken in Seville, especially in tourist areas like major attractions and hotels, but it's not as widespread as in bigger cities like Madrid or Barcelona. Most locals, particularly older ones, prefer Spanish. So learning basic Spanish phrases, like hola gracias, greatly improves interactions and shows respect. You'll find English menus and helpful staff in tourist spots, but for a richer experience in local markets or smaller shops, Spanish is key, though translation apps and gestures work well. Although it's tempting to pack all three of Seville's UNESCO World Heritage sites into one long day, it's not advisable if you want to experience them properly. Both the Catedral de Sevilla and Real Alcazar are accessible via a specific entry time ticket only. Turn up early or late and you might be turned away. It'll be less fun visiting the first site if you know you have to hurry through it to make it in time to enter the second site. They are also both vast places that demand a lot of walking and standing. The Real Alcazar and its gardens need at least half a day to explore thoroughly. The cathedral is one of the world's largest, and its Giralda is accessed via an approximately 100-meter climb. However, makes for a perfect second site to see on day one. The spring shoulder season is becoming an increasingly popular time to visit Seville. Average temperatures climb above 15 degrees, 60-degree heights. The sites aren't overcrowded, and the orange blossoms perfume the whole city. But it's worth noting that this season also welcomes Seville's two biggest festivals. The first is Semana Santa, Easter Holy Week, which draws huge crowds to the streets to witness the various protests and events. 2 weeks later, Andalusian customs and cuisine are celebrated with a good measure of drinking for the Feria de Abril. The dates for both change every year. You might well want to experience these joyous events for yourself, in which case, book as far ahead as possible. Otherwise, aim to visit either side of these parties to dodge the crowds. Mealtimes in Seville are short, sharp bursts of frenetic culinary activity that demand a rest period in between. As with most of Spain, restaurants in Seville are not set up to sate the hunger whenever it rises. Instead, kitchens open at very rigid and specific times with little exception. In most cases, doors will be closed until 8 p.m. By 9:30 p.m., the place will be packed out, as the locals come out to eat a light dinner of tapas. Lunch is the day's main meal for most Andalusians and takes place during a similarly rigid window of 1 to 3 p.m. If you're accustomed to eating lunch or dinner at different times, buy some snacks at a supermarket such as Carrefour Express to keep you going.